Hey, what's up, everybody? Here we go again with another simple and easy recipe. Super excited to show you all this. About to just make a real simple sweet tart. It's not difficult at all unless you make it difficult, to be honest with you. But just follow these steps, and I can assure you that it'll come out beautifully. And I got my ingredients laid out here. I got some salt. I have corn starch. I have powdered sugar, almond flour to add a little bit of nutty flavor to it. And I have cake flour. I'm using this instead of all-purpose flour. All-purpose flour can give you a different texture. I mean, it's better to use flour for what we're making, basically. Not a cake, but in the family. I got egg and I got unsalted butter. Super important that these two ingredients are at room temp. Also, off to the side right here, I have a little bit of room temperature water and a little bit more room temperature egg just in case. If our flour becomes, too rocky, too flaky, too grainy, we could just add a little bit more moisture to it to bring it all back together. So let's get started. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this butter cream, right? We're going to start off by creaming the butter. All the ingredients will be listed right on the screen for you. Scrape down my edges. And from here, we're going to take a few ingredients and get them together. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our powdered sugar, cornstarch, and the almond flour. We're going to put all this in and sift it at the same time. That way we're getting rid of the lumps. It's a little bit more smooth texture, something smoother to work with. And let's just mix this up. Just get everything off the sides. And from here, we're going to add our egg a little bit at a time. Stop it. Go a little more. Stop it. Get the rest in there. And this is optional, but I'm going to drop a tad bit of vanilla just to add another piece of flavor. And what you should have so far is this. What you should have so far is this creamy type deal. And from here, I'm going to, again, use my sifter and get the cake flour in. Cake flour is already pretty fine, so it shouldn't take long, but I just want to make sure I'm removing all the lumps out to help the process. Remember to get everything off the sides. Get all that out of there. And start bringing it together. Oh, this feels wonderful. I just want to make sure I scrape all that off the sides. Right? Because what I'm going to do next, get my parchment paper and just dump everything onto there. And just kind of get all this. And I need to hurry up because it's getting too warm. So what I'm going to do is get this into a ball. And this is going into the freezer for about, I'll say 20 to 30 minutes, just so it can firm up a bit. And then we're going to get back to it. All right, so our dough has been in the freezer for about 20 minutes. It's a little bit easier to work with. So right now what I'm doing is just slightly warming it up because I'm going to start rolling it. And at this point, honestly, if you choose to use a dusting flour, it'll be a little bit more messy, but this is a neater version. Just a couple of pieces of parchment paper, one on bottom, one on top. Very carefully. And also be careful but you don't want to warm this up too fast. So just roll it. Very carefully. And as you can see, it's pretty much expanding. And from here, what I want to do, round it, get those cracked edges back together. This dough feels so good right now. It's comfortable. And just, I want to get this maybe about 3 to 4 millimeters thick. And this has gotten a little bit too warm. So once I'm done rolling it, I'm going to place it back into the freezer. I just want to make sure to get these edges that got a little bit too thin. Kind of want to tuck them back in. And don't worry, it looked like it's sticking, but it's really not. I might be able to get 4, maybe 5, 4-inch or one 12-inch. When you get into the edges, don't continue. Try to stop. See, it's starting to get a little thin around here, but that's all right. And just so you can see what I mean, it's perfectly thick. And I'm going to put this back on top. And this is going back into the freezer for about 10 to 15 minutes this time. All right, so I got it back out of the freezer. And listen, this one of them things where you have to work quickly, but carefully, but quickly. It's fairly flexible. What I have are a bottomless tart mold, and these are 4 inches in diameter. So, and they're non-stick, so there's no need to spray or coat these with anything. And what I want to do is I want to cut the size, but a little bigger around. So very carefully, just go around. And I'm working as quickly as possible, but again, carefully. Let's get another one. And another one. And we're still going to be trimming the edges off. So, I mean, you don't have to get a perfect circle. Look like I got 5. And just carefully press down. And make sure you get those edges around the outside. And just take your knife outward. Right? So let me quickly get the remaining. It's heating up fast. So we got to put this back into the freezer. And we made it. Let's get these on here. And these are going back into the freezer. So I got these back out of the freezer. And right now what I'm going to do, and again, working quickly but carefully, just dock them with the fork. And this is going to allow a consistent and even airflow with the heat. Normally I do this whether I got power weights or not. And I felt like there was no need for any power weights because these are so small. And the middle, normally, if you dock it, the middle won't puff up. Every now and again, it'll try to, but dock it enough times, you should be fine. And I'm trying to work as quickly as possible because I'm tired of putting this back and forth in the freezer. And I took the rest of that dough and I made some little ones. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pop these back in the freezer. Just for about 5 minutes this time. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pop these back in the ice box, baby. Another reason why you want to do this, why it's solid, is because if it's sat out too long, and as you saw, it kept getting warm. And I don't want to make the mistake and try to dock it and, tear it open. So I have no choice but to pop these back in the freezer for another, I'm gonna say 5 minutes, and they're going into the oven for about 20 minutes. So let's get these going. All right, so these are fresh out of the oven and they are extremely hot. A couple of them puffed up. Let me get you get a closer look at this. Yeah, as you can see, a couple of them puffed up, but that's okay. These are the mini ones that I decided to do with that leftover dough. And it's not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. I got one bubble right here. That's not bad at all. And these are loose. Yeah, I love that. So, meaning that they'll come right out of the actual tin. So the idea, don't refrigerate these. Let these at room temperature cool down completely before doing anything. All right. The problem with if you was to put these into the refrigerator is that the moisture from inside the fridge is going to compromise the integrity of these tart shells, these tart crusts. You don't want that moisture to get in here. You don't want these to become gummy and soggy or whatnot. So you want to let these cool down at room temperature and keep those cool. As far as storage purposes, cover them tightly and keep them in a cool place, but again, not the refrigerator. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let these cool down completely, come to room temperature. I'm gonna pop them out. I'm gonna dress them up with a little something. But as far as the main point of this video was to show you how to make a tart crust using ingredients that you already got in your pantry. You already got eggs. You already got bacon, uh, powdered sugar. Some of us already have the almond flour. You already got corn starch. You already have butter. You can make a tart. If you don't have these, I will put the link in my description on where I got them from and how much they were. The small ones as well. They're not expensive. And you can use it for more than just that. I mean, you could do breakfast. You could do a little small quiche, a little small egg, cake type deal with a little sausage and tomato in there with, a hint of basil. Pretty much do anything with these. And I keep picking them up like they not hot, you know, like it's, I don't have fingerprints. I got chef hands, obviously. So yeah, I could pick this up. It's not really phasing me. And I'm dead serious. This thing is piping hot, but whatever. But yeah, so let's get these cooled down and I'll get back with you when they are in. Before you go anywhere, if you like what you're seeing, if this was something that you like, smash that like button. So these are cooled down, as you can see, and I got a few of them that I filled in. Oh, it just looks beautiful, just looks delicious. That golden brown crust, just nice. And I wanted to show you, so I left a couple of these, and I wanted to show you with these bottoms, how that comes out like that. And with these being non-stick, that just pops right off. Let's get another one. That comes out and falls right out. even with the little ones. Just falls right out. Let's get the last one here. Cause I gotta get a picture of this. Just find a little, try to find a gap. And just stick your knife in there and boom. And you saw it here first. You might have saw it somewhere else, but whatever. You saw it here first. I'm not gonna cut it because what's in there is a vanilla custard. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial on how to make fresh tarts from scratch. I told you it wasn't hard, super easy. It's just a lot of repetition as far as putting it back and forth into the freezer because the heat from your hands don't warm the dough too much. So you have to just back and forth to the freezer to the table, to the freezer to the table. And that's only I wouldn't say hard part, I would say tedious part about the whole process. But otherwise, it was fun, it was exciting, and it's gonna be delicious because I'm about to eat 2 of them because I know they're so rich, especially with that custard on the inside. And I'm gonna give the rest away to somebody. I don't know who, but listen, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, like I said before, smash that like button. It'll really help this channel out a lot. Yo, I'm about to sit down somewhere. I got a crazy morning ahead of me. So I'll see y'all next time. Stay tuned, baby.